Hello everyone, it's Davide here and welcome back to Learning Finance. In today's video guys, we are gonna take a look at Pinduoduo ticker symbol PDD, which at the moment it is the third largest e-commerce in China. And I have received many comments behind my Alibaba and JD.com videos asking me to review and actually do an analysis on Pinduoduo. So here you have. We are gonna take a look at what Pinduoduo does, what differentiates Pinduoduo from Alibaba and JD. I'm gonna also try to understand a fair price for this company. So we are gonna see all of that. The only thing I ask you guys as always is please another like. It's very important and I thank you for it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new updates. Let's begin. Pinduoduo, guys, as you can see from this, it is the fastest growing company ever. We can see that, remember, Pinduoduo has just been founded in 2015, went public in 2017, and in just 5 years, as you can see from this graph, it has been growing faster than basically everything else. Okay, so Tencent, Snapchat, Amazon, Facebook, Google, all this kind of stuff, basically destroying in terms of how quickly the company is able to grow. And why is that? Because we know that the Chinese market is huge. That's without any doubt. Just the number of people who live in China, it is amazingly higher than any other places on earth, okay, except from, for example, India. But what is pushing the company growth? Now, I think that to understand this, we have to take a look. This is from Statista, at the average annual income in China. And obviously we can see that from here we have the biggest top leading cities, so Beijing, Shanghai, etc., and we have that going down. You see how it drops significantly from 166,000 yuan to actually 67,000 in the lower cities. And now the average is 90,500. When we convert that to dollars, it is $13,775 per year. Okay, so just above $1,000 per month. Now, obviously, that's the average, but it is quite biased through big cities. Because of that, we have a ton of people in China, as you can see, for example, from here, that they earn probably just $400 per month. Now, when you understand that, you understand that they are not very wealthy people. There is a huge percentage of the 1.4 billion people who lives in China that it is not rich, okay, it's not wealthy. And those guys, they need to buy the things like everyone else in the world. But, for example, if you go to JD.com and stuff, you have more quality stuff, okay? Now, the average expenditures of a purchase on JD.com is above $50. Obviously, if you just earn $400, $300 per month, it is quite a problem because of the brandings, okay? When you have a brand on an item, it usually costs more. Well, this guy over there, he's the CEO of Pinduoduo, Colin Huang. I hope I said it properly. First of all, he has become richer than Jack Ma with Pinduoduo. It is not the CEO anymore of Pinduoduo. However, he has a huge stake and influence in the company. He's a former data analyst. He worked for software data with Microsoft, so he knows a lot of stuff. And now the guy that became CEO of Pinduoduo after him, he has done the same job at Google, and plus they have a huge experience in the gaming industry, and that is very important for Pinduoduo, as we are gonna see later on. Now, he thought the Chinese market is huge. We need to do something for the masses which are hundreds of millions of people which cannot afford branding stuff, so brand items, okay, which costs a lot. They just need simple stuff which they can buy without any problems. And there are a lot of merchants in China, small businesses, which for them it is difficult actually to kind of understand the demand of their products. And because of that, it is difficult for them to understand how much they have to produce. So the costs, the business is not efficient for them, the costs go up, and then they are not able to sell the things directly. They have to find distributors and they have to find all the shops that sells their stuff. Basically, at the end of all this process, the price go up, and for them it is not efficient. So you have one side people that they are not wealthy. On the other side, you have a lot of small, medium-sized businesses which they produce not in efficient way, and they don't make much money because of that. This guy did something different and went for these huge masses. And what it came out, it is something extremely interesting because it has exploded. And how Pinduoduo solved this situation? Now, as I just told you, the problem for the merchants is, first of all, they are not able to actually understand the demand for their products in a proper, efficient way. What Pinduoduo does, it is a consumer to business model. The first important thing of Pinduoduo is that through their app, they use data research, data analysis, and also artificial intelligence. And they are able to gather more than 580 million people in their app. And they are able to analyze what they like, in what they are interested, what those people want to buy. They see all of that, they analyze all of that with artificial intelligence and their powerful stuff, and they bring this information back to the merchants, okay? Which, thanks to Pinduoduo, they have now a better understanding of what to produce, the quantity to produce, so their process becomes more efficient. And then, thanks to Pinduoduo, they are able to sell directly through the consumers, okay? Which, without Pinduoduo, they were not able to do that. They had to pass through different steps, and obviously the price, the ending price of the products was higher, okay, because of the further steps that needed to be taken. In that case, it is an efficient cycle. Those people, they want products at a cheap price. They want to produce stuff in a more efficient way so that the products can have a lower price. And then thanks to Pinduoduo, this cycle can happen. Another very important thing of Pinduoduo is that if you go there, now obviously there is a problem for us. I am European, I don't speak Chinese, I don't read Chinese, so I cannot understand the app properly because it is only in Chinese. However, I have read a lot of information about Chinese people trying to translate those things in English, and basically what you understand from Pinduoduo is that in the app you have two options. The first option, you buy the thing at a higher price, okay? You just buy it and that's it. The second option is that, and Pinduoduo is pushing a lot to this thing. Remember that the final thing is to sell cheap stuff. Okay, it's for the masses. And their idea has been that if you form teams to buy stuff, you get a discount. And that discount can be even higher and more significant if the team increases. How do you do the thing? You just share the thing on WeChat, on your social media. Basically, you are increasing the number of people that they are using Pinduoduo. Everyone gets a cheaper price, but at the end of the day, they have sold more items. It is absolutely genius way that Pinduoduo, and that thing differentiates Pinduoduo from other companies. Now on Pinduoduo, when you go for example on Amazon or Alibaba, AliExpress, this kind of stuff, the first thing you see is the search type, okay? So you type what you need and then boom. If you go on Pinduoduo, you don't have that. Okay, it is more like a supermarket. When you enter something and you see a lot of stuff, when you go to a supermarket, you don't ask. You not just stop at the beginning and ask what you want, type in, and then the thing comes out. Okay, you have to go around the supermarket and find the things by yourself. And by doing that, you see a lot of more items, and probably you buy more than what you needed at the beginning. And that's the idea as well. Plus, Pinduoduo is backed up by 10 cents. And thanks to also the experience of the CEO in the gaming industry, they have done gamification of e-commerce, where people can just play these games and then win new stuff and then invite new friends to play this game as well. But at the end, their purpose is still one thing: sell items and understand the demand and the interest of people into that items so they can tell to the merchants. Here is what I was telling you before. And now this is the normal. Let's say you are a farmer and you want to arrive at the consumers. Now, if you are just a farmer without Pinduoduo, let's say you do put it in dollars, it's easier to understand. Let's say a half a kilo of onions here, $1. Now, if you want to sell it, you had to go through a lot of layers. At the end, the price of the thing is gonna cost, I don't know, a lot. Okay, like example, $8. Okay, just a pure example. With Pinduoduo, that thing, all those layers are avoided. You have the consumers. Thanks to Pinduoduo, you understand a large, predictable, and aggregated demand for your products, so you can be more efficient in making these products, and then you sell directly to them, and you don't need all of that. So at the end, the farmer makes more money and the consumers have the same items, but without all these steps, it is cheaper and everyone is happy. Okay, it is a win-win. When we take a look at the active users, this is from 2019, 585 million, with a 167 million increase from 2018, so year over year. And it is basically 2x the one that does JD.com and Alibaba. So impressive. As we can see also from here, 2017 when they went public, they were making just 278 million in revenue. 2019, 4.3 billion. Okay, which is incredible. The forecasts are saying 7.84 2020, so this year, and then 12.1 billion 2021. So this is incredibly parabolic, as we can also appreciate from the quarterly revenue, which are obviously cyclical, but then it is increasing overall. Now, quickly, the balance sheet. One thing important: the firm, it is not profitable yet. Now, they have shown that if they stop to invest that incredible amount of money that they are investing, because this kind of new e-commerce stuff, if they want to go higher, they have to invest a lot in their infrastructure, in the business. They take all that money and they put all their money back to the business. So at the end, they don't have a huge net income in the early stages, okay? And actually they lose money. That's pretty normal, but they have shown that if they stop to invest all of that money, they can actually put higher the margins. But according to the CEO, which he said in an interview, that they are not looking for short profit margins. Instead, they want to build long-term gains. Okay, so don't expect Pinduoduo to become profitable in the next 6 months, because it's not gonna happen, and that's something to actually keep in mind. When we take a look at assets, liabilities, current ratio 1.40, and total assets 14.6 billion, liabilities 10.4 billion, and then the total ratio 1.40 again. The debt to equity ratio, they have 1.3 billion in debt, and so it is 31%. However, when we deduct for cash and cash equivalents, they are very liquid. It goes to zero. The market cap at the moment, $158 billion, 37. It is the book to value, so quite high. To value the company, once again, I have taken the price to sales ratio. It is a very new company, no margins history. It is very difficult to do all their valuations. So similar to what I have done with JD, I have estimated 4 growth rates. Those are analysts' expectations, and these 3 years until 2024 December are scenarios. Historically, Pinduoduo has done huge growth rates, above on average 100% every single year, or even 120% every single year. But obviously, as the firm continues to grow, these rates they will go down. Okay, it cannot continue to grow at 120% year over year. And analysts are expecting from 2021 have around 55% growth from 2020. These are the rates I have set for 2022 to 2024 to be more conservative. Okay, so from 28% year over year to 42% year over year compounded. And then the price to sales ratio. Now, what is the problem? The stock, it is now trading at around 25 price to sales ratio. They don't do fulfillment, so obviously the price to sales ratio is higher, more similar to Alibaba. And Alibaba at the moment is trading at around 8. But Pinduoduo, it is a newer firm. Investors, they are expecting huge growth perspectives in the future. So I have started from the Alibaba price to sales ratio of around 8, and we know that Alibaba is incredibly underpriced, so Alibaba can quickly go to 13 if this kind of threats and political stuff ends. And so I went until 17 for Pinduoduo. Now I could put 20, 22, but I want to be more conservative, okay? Especially with these not profitable companies. I want to just be more careful. So we have an average market cap by 2024 of 374.7 billion, discount rate of 14%. So I wanted to be super conservative and careful. Today's fair price for Pinduoduo should be $178.43 per share. Now, with a margin of safety of 35, that should be around $116 per share. The price of today, so today's in the market, 149 around dollars, and that it is just a 16.50% a margin of safety from the fair price with this valuation. So obviously, compared with JD.com and Alibaba, Pinduoduo, it is less of a bargain in my opinion. Investors really like the company, a record growth of this company. No one else like Pinduoduo before, and so they are willing to pay more, and we see that differently from JD. Pinduoduo, it is less undervalued. So you're not getting a huge bargain on Pinduoduo. However, if Pinduoduo continues to do what it's doing, I think that the stock can continue to go higher because the growth in this company is absolutely phenomenal. The thing is, will this kind of cheap stuff and gamification and this kind of entertainment stuff continue to last? Or will Chinese people switch to more high quality products? So there are some risks, okay? It is, in my opinion, the riskier stock between JD.com, Alibaba. Pinduoduo is obviously the most speculative one. As of now, I don't have a position in Pinduoduo, but I'm thinking about it, okay? I will take a look at what the stock does in the next weeks. The revenue growth perspective, it is mind-blowing. So this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you find it interesting, and leave me a comment below. Tell me, do you like Pinduoduo? What do you think about it? And subscribe to the channel, and as always, guys, have a wonderful day.